Hello everyone, and Trisha, it's me Jenny. It's time for another not naked video response to Trisha's focus series Naked Truth, where we talk as scantily as truthfully as possible, but subject to choosing to be out show, no makeup, wear hair, first take, one take, etc, etc. It's not a naked damn thing, it's not a sexy damn thing, it's a tool for the vlogger to be vulnerable and honest. And I'm really tired. It's been a really long day, a really long week. I'm an emotional wreck, and so I'm talking about a subject which I almost have nothing to say about because I have not got a toddler. I have not got an infant, and I don't see one happening on the horizon, either because I do not have a partner or because I do not see myself being in a stable enough position to consider having children. But I do have, apart from this catch-up that I'm doing with all the Naked Truths, 100% clearance rate on all the Naked Truth topics, so I'm going to dang well do a response, even though I don't have a toddler. And it was weird when I was going through the video, I was like, I feel like I've already done a response to this, and it turns out the reason why I feel like that, and I was rewatching Trisha's live show, was that it was one of the few live shows I was actually there for it live. What? It's so rare that I'm actually there to watch a Naked Truth live. So I felt like I'd already responded, which I hadn't, because I'd done a response in text form, not in video form. So here we go. So yeah, I kind of live in fear of having children in this day and age. Not necessarily because of the basics of it, because in the end you improvise. Like, that's the nature of the game. Like, you can read as much as you like, you can have friends and family and support, you can, you know, take up any, like, there are so many different guidelines for how to do children, like, from like religious background. Like, if you go through history, like, parents have had children and some of the children be good, some of the children have been bad, some of the parents have been good, some of the parents have been bad, and the parents who are the best parents are the ones who try their best. They really, really try, and they really, really care. And as long as you try and you care, you're doing the best you can. And yeah, through the history of time, people have coped. Like, it's the same thing with childbirth. Like, you know, every person who ever existed has survived that process. So, you know, there are ways through it. No matter how bad we think the world is, there are ways through it. But, like, particularly in this age of information, that scares me, because we're in a generation where everything can be said to be right or wrong, and I'm so proud of my parents. Like, I really love my parents. I think they did so well with me and my sisters, and I think my dad is an absolute saint. 2 sisters, 3 daughters, God bless the man. Like, he knows more about women than anyone, and he's got the patience. Like, I describe my dad as epically calm. Like, he has extreme calm. He has that kind of, like, controlled, crystallized calm, which, getting to know my parents as an adult is fascinating, because they have so much personality that I know that I have, that they have, where my dad's actually really very socially awkward and nervous, and my mum gets socially awkward and nervous, but she can literally go into a room and talk to anyone. And they're so different and so similar, and I can see so much of my sisters in them, and I'm really, like, the problems that I've had in my life, that I have had, and the problems my sisters have had, I don't know how my parents did it, but they've given us a really, like, the stability and the mental structure that must have been ingrained from very young. I'm really proud of it. Like, no one's had a perfect life, but I really, really just so thankful and so appreciative of what my parents have done in order to get me to the point that I'm at now. I feel like they're always there. I feel like I can always rely on them. I feel like they're genuinely good, amazing people. And I feel like I'm a functional human, which sometimes I don't feel like a functional human. I don't think everyone feels like a functional human all the time, but people compliment me on certain things that I'm like, that's just how I was raised. And I can, like, yeah. And in this day and age when we've got, like, meant to have this much food or that much food or this type of food, like, should you be vegan? Should you be high protein? Should kids read? Should they have technology? Should they have exercise? Should they have, like, one of the things that is one of my big sliding doors moments in my life is I nearly went to a very fancy private school for my secondary school. I took all the admissions tests and I got in, and I didn't want to go. I wanted to go to the local comprehensive with my sisters. And my mum said, okay, you don't want to go? Fine, you go to local comprehensive. It's cheaper for us. We're willing to pay extra money for you to go to this private school if it'll help support you through your education. But if you want to go to the local comprehensive, which is cheaper, and get on the bus with your sisters, absolutely fine. Like, local bus route, we don't have to get up at like 6 a.m. in order to get you to the private school, which will be much more expensive. It'll involve travelling. We can balance it if we have to, but if what you want is to be with your sisters, then that's absolutely fine. But you will not be codependent on them, and we will request you have separate tutor groups and separate classes. And I am so grateful for that. And it is one of the big sliding doors in my life. Like, I think, what sort of a person would I have been? What different sort of personality would I have if I'd gone to that private school away from my sisters, and I'd been in that completely different environment than the local comprehensive with my sisters as sport, but in separate classes. And like, that's a big sliding doors for me. But my parents said, it's your choice. Similarly, like, I am not musical and I don't speak multiple languages, and in the back of my brain I would love to do both those things, but my parents saw that I was struggling with it and I wasn't enjoying it, and didn't force me. And I am so grateful not to be forced to do it. I am sad that I don't have those skills, but I know that I wouldn't have enjoyed learning it. And I don't know whether or not I would still use these skills. Similarly, in my head as a child, I was like, I want to be a ballerina. But in hindsight, I am not built to be a ballerina. That, like, genetically, physically, like, even if I insisted to my mum, I don't want to do a club a week, I don't want to do like 45 minutes a week, I want to do like the proper ballerina school, I want to do like 4 hours a day. And if I'd insisted on that, then I'm sure mum would have maybe let me. But I'm glad that I'm glad that she knew the reality of that situation, that it wouldn't have been healthy for me to put my life and my pressure on that role when I'm not a dancer. I like to dance, but I'm not a dancer. There's just certain things I can't do, and I've got to stop filming because my camera just ran out of space. So bye bye, thank you for watching. My parents are amazing. I don't know how parents do it. I'm terrified of doing it.